Welcome to Vapor Power Cycles Part 4. We will see how to solve problems involving Rankine cycle using Mollier chart. What you see on the screen is a Mollier chart. You have on y-axis enthalpy in kilojoules per kg, and on x-axis entropy in kilojoules per kg Kelvin of steam. The line, curved line in red color, what you see here is saturated vapor line, and the lines which are in blue in color going like this are constant pressure lines in Mollier chart. You see few constant pressure lines, and the lines which are slightly green in color going like this are constant temperature lines. Within the saturation line, that is in the two-phase region, constant pressure line is also a constant temperature line. Therefore, you can locate the state of steam inside the saturation line either with pressure or temperature, knowing the dryness fraction. The dryness fraction lines are shown like this. Lines which are red in color below the saturation lines are dryness fraction lines. Now we will take up the problem number 1, which was given in Vapor Power Cycles Part 1. The statement of the problem is: consider a steam power plant operating on a simple Rankine cycle. Steam enters the turbine at 30 bar and 350 degrees Celsius and is condensed in the condenser at a pressure of 0.75 bar. Determine the thermal efficiency, steam rate and heat rate of this cycle. This problem we have already solved using steam tables. Now we will see how to see the enthalpy values required to solve this problem. H1, which is enthalpy at 30 bar and 350 degrees Celsius, can be read from this chart by locating point of intersection of 30 bar line and 350 degrees Celsius line. You don't have a marking for 30 bar, you have marking for 20 bar and 50 bar. In between you have 30 bar line. So this is 30 bar line. On 30 bar line we locate the point where you have temperature as 350 degrees Celsius. So it is point of intersection of 30 bar line and 350 degrees Celsius line. We have located the point here now. The enthalpy is 3115 kilojoules per kg. That you can read on the y-axis. Now we go to state 2. State 2 is after the expansion in the turbine to the condenser pressure. Condenser pressure is given as 0.75 bar. This is 0.7. You don't have a separate 0.75 bar line. We will take a line which is in between 0.5 bar and 1 bar. So this is 0.75 bar. The point of intersection of the line drawn from state 1 and the 0.75 bar is state 2. So this is state 2. The enthalpy here is 2400 kilojoules per kg. H3 is HF at 0.75 bar. This you cannot read from the Mollier chart because you don't have saturated liquid line in this chart. It is not possible to show saturated liquid line in Mollier chart because the area will not be sufficient to include that portion. Moreover, we will be concentrating only on the states around saturated line in case of Mollier diagram. Therefore, this can easily be found out from steam table. It is nothing but HF at 0.75 bar. Once you have H1, H2, H3, you can easily find out whatever required properties. H4 is H3 plus pump work. For that we already know the procedure, earlier we have done. H4 is H3 plus Vf into P1 minus P2. That we have already done. So for solving the problem, for solving this problem, what you need is only H1, H2, H3 taken from stream table. So I am not solving the problem fully. This is already solved. How to find out enthalpies using Mallet chart only is shown. So with this we complete usage of Mallet chart for problem 1. We will go to problem 2, which is on Rankine cycle with irreversibilities in turbine and pump. The statement of the problem is: consider a steam power plant operating on Rankine cycle. Steam enters the turbine at 80 bar dry saturated and is condensed in the condenser at a pressure of 0.08 bar. The isentropic efficiencies of turbine and pump are 0.85. Determine the thermal efficiency, steam rate and heat rate of the cycle. Now here again, to find out enthalpy at state 1 and state 2, you need to use Mallet chart. State 1 here is 80 bar dry saturated. This is a dry saturated line. P1 is 80 bar, condition is dry saturated. P2 is 0.08 bar. H1 is 2450. That you find out by locating the 30 bar line and dry saturation line intersecting at this point. The point of intersection of 30 bar line and dry saturation line is state 1. You get the enthalpy here, 2450. State 2 goes out of the range of the chart because state 2 is 0.08 bar. You don't have 0.08 bar seen in this. Therefore only steam table is to be used for this problem. Now coming to problem 3, which is on reheat Rankine cycle, we will see how to use the Mallet chart. Steam is working fluid in an ideal Rankine cycle with superheat and reheat. Steam enters the first stage of turbine at 7 bar 450 degrees Celsius and expands to 0.5 megapascal. So sorry, boiler pressure is 7 megapascal, that is 70 bar. It is expanding to 0.5 megapascal, that is 5 bar. It is then reheated to 430 degrees Celsius before entering the second stage turbine, where it expands to condenser pressure of 0.01 megapascal, that is 0.1 bar. Net power output is 90 megawatt. Determine thermal efficiency of the cycle, mass flow rate of steam in kg per hour, the rate of heat transfer Q out from the condenser and from the condensing steam as it passes through the condenser in megawatt. Discuss the effects of reheat on vapor power cycle. This problem we already solved in part 2, vapor power cycles part 2. We will only see how to find out enthalpies at different locations required to solve the problem. Solving this problem using steam table will be cumbersome because we may have to find out intermediate conditions. If it is superheated, we have to locate temperature and find out enthalpy. If it is wet condition, we have to find out we have to equate entropy and find out dryness fraction and then find out enthalpy. All these will take time. For this type of problem, usage of Mallet chart will be very much useful. Now we will see state 1. State 1 is 70 bar 450 degrees Celsius. 70 bar line is not there. You have 50 bar line and 100 bar line. In between you can take 70 bar line. This is, we can assume a line here, it is 70 bar line, and the point of intersection of 70 bar line and 450 degrees Celsius temperature line is state 1. So this is state 1. You can read the enthalpy as 3290 kilojoules per kg. Now P2 is 5 bar. This is not condenser pressure, this is reheat pressure. So in First stage of turbine, the expansion is from 70 bar to 5 bar. Under ideal condition, it is an isentropic process. Therefore, a vertical line should be drawn from state 1 up to 5 bar. Now, if you draw a vertical line from state 1 up to 5 bar, this is the 5 bar line. The state is between 4 and 6 bar, so it is 5 bar line. 5 bar line is assumed here. The state is wet now. Now the enthalpy here is 2670 kilojoules per kg. Now we are easily finding out H2 using Mollier chart. If you use table, you have to find out entropy at this point. You have to equate that entropy to SF plus X2 into SFG corresponding to 5 bar, and then find out that X2 Reynolds fraction. Using that, you have to find out enthalpy using the expression HF plus X into SFG. It is a tedious process, time consuming process. Now straight away we are getting enthalpy by drawing a vertical line from state 1 up to 5 bar line. 5 bar line is assumed between 4 and 6 bar line. So this is H2. Now to find out H3, we have to follow this constant pressure line, 5 bar line, up to 430 degrees Celsius, somewhere here. So we will see how it is located. 430 degrees Celsius is somewhere here. This is the constant pressure line corresponding to 5 bar. Now this is state 3. Enthalpy here is 3340 kilojoules per kg. Now to locate state 4, again the same procedure we followed from state 1 to state 2 is followed here. From state 3, draw a vertical line up to condensing pressure, which is nothing but one bar, that is 0.01 bar. Condensing pressure is 0.01 bar. If you draw a vertical line from state 3 to condensing pressure 0.1 bar, you get state 4. The enthalpy here is 2480. Now if you neglect pump work, it is enough if you find out just H5. H5 is nothing but HF at 1 bar, 0.1 bar. And H6 is HF plus pump work. If you neglect pump work, it is equal to H5. Knowing H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6, you can find out all the required parameters for a Rankine cycle. So we have seen for 3 different problems how to use Mollier chart. Of course, for second problem, the chart is not having the values of enthalpy. The data goes out of the chart. So for problem 1 and problem 3, we have seen how to use the Mollier chart. In the next session, we will see how to use Mollier chart for solving problems on regenerative Rankine cycle. Thank you.